Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. And that needs to stop. I always forget to mute myself. Oops. Always forget. And then I forget to turn it back on again, and I'm like, why can't I hear anything? All right, so let me trying to get back to where I can see my stream health, and it's not working. I am live. Okay, so hello, Shelly. Just making sure I am here. I am trying to move my chat so I can see the chat, and it's not moving. Hello, Lena. Hello, 70 Acres. I don't know if I know your name, 70. Have you told me your name? Sorry, I'm trying to, hello, Melody. I'm trying to get things here set up. It's been a while since I've done YouTube, so it's taking me a minute just to figure it all out. So please excuse me. All right. Hello, Vicky. Melissa. 70 Acres is Melissa. Mary Ann is here. Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Please let me know if it's buffering too much, you can't hear me, any of those things. Please let me know. Not that I can do a whole lot about it, but at least I am aware of the situation, maybe. I don't know. My internet here is horrible, so I am going to have some problems with my internet. So happy Tuesday, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I think I'm done fiddling. Hello, Cheshire. I have been very busy again this week. Hello, Bella. And I have not done anything for myself. I have been working on projects and getting things set up for a bunch of stuff. I have just been swamped with trying to get some stuff together and things like that. Hello, Crafty Girl. Hi, Shelly. So I'm here today to do something just for myself and not to worry about all those other things that just seem to be taking way too much time. I'm getting really tired of doing some of this stuff and want it to be done, and I think that's slowing me down even more. I want to do something fun. So I thought I would work in the Anything Goes book today. And I did want us to talk about some of the Anything Goes book. Here is the Anything Goes book, the composition book that I started. Hello, Liz. Alta. This is the one that I started in the composition book. I did write down a bunch of stuff in here. I'm not absolutely hating this book, but I'm not loving it either. The pages are really thin, and I don't really like the lines. So I will continue to work in here because I would like to finish or to get it all filled with stuff. But I think that I might start another one as I talk about the whole concept of the Anything Goes book. Hi, Nicole. I have some things to say, some stuff for those people that have just started finding me and don't know anything about it. I introduced this project as the sketchbook project. It has kind of morphed into the Anything Goes book, and I think the biggest reason it did morph into something else is because people were intimidated by a sketchbook. And the term really threw a lot of people off. So Anything Goes is more accurate for what this kind of thing is. And I did do a little bit of playing in here with the Inca Golds a couple weeks ago and just loved it. Had a whole lot of fun playing with the Inca Golds. But like I said, I'm a little thrown off by the lines, and I don't really like that the paper is so thin, and I don't really like gluing my pages together. I don't want to spend the time doing that. I have better things to do, so I am thinking that I'm going to go ahead and do something else. And I wanted to show, first of all, hey Darla, I wanted to say I appreciate everyone's comments on YouTube here and Facebook, all that good stuff. I try to reply to all the comments. If I've not replied to you, I may have lost it. You can do another comment so I can find you. If you have a question or something and I haven't responded to the question, I am a little behind, but I will get there eventually. So if I haven't responded to you, please re-ask the question and I will try to find it. So I have been asked by several people hi Vicky, I'm early. I'm early today. I've been asked, hello Raven. A lot of people are, how should I say this? I do not shop online, and this is a personal choice of mine. There is nothing wrong with shopping online, absolutely nothing. For those people who it works for and you enjoy it, you know, go for it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with shopping online. I don't shop online because, number one, I don't really want to spend the money. I have, and that's one of my issues, the cost of living where I've moved here in Florida is quite a bit higher than where I was before, and I am struggling with, you know, so I just can't, I'm struggling with it. I'm trying to do some things to fix it. One of the things I'm working on, I'm putting together collage packs, and I will be selling collage packs. Hello, Victor. Soon, not sure exactly when, but I'm getting all that set up. I'm going to be selling collage packs so that I don't have to go back to work. But anyway, so one of the issues for me is just I don't like shopping. I don't like shopping. I don't like shopping online because I can't feel, if I need something, I want to go into someplace and look at it and pull it apart and make sure that's exactly what I want. Many times, well, I have tried to shop online a couple times and gotten something that I wasn't expecting. It wasn't exactly what I wanted, and that bothers me. So I like to go into stores and get it and know that I'm getting what I want to get, and that I'm not spending a whole lot of money. I think if I got used to spending money online, that I would probably spend way too much money. And that's a no-go. And the second reason I don't shop online is because I have so much stuff. I have a ton of stuff. I need to use some of this stuff up. I do not need anything more. And that is really the main reason I do not shop online, is because I have plenty of things that I need to use. So with that being said, I have found myself a bunch of blank books that I'm thinking to use the Anything Goes book in. And this is just some of the ones that I grabbed. I have at least 100 blank books. I buy blank books. I love blank books. And then I buy them, and then I do 1 or 2 pages, and then I go on to something else. So here are quite a few blank books that I have started doing something in, and then stopped doing something in. So me shopping for more books is not really a good idea. I'm in a smaller space. I need to do something with the stuff that I have now, and that's my main reason. This would be a perfect Anything Goes book, and I think maybe I will keep this aside and start using this one because it's already got some interesting stuff in it. Yeah, so this one I got it at Target for $3. I've never even started this one, but it's cool. Can you see the little polka dots in there? Hello, Susan and Lori. Here's a blank. This one's lined. When I opened up, I got this at the Dollar Tree. When I opened it up, I noticed this and was a little unhappy. And I didn't realize that it was lined either. I think what I'm going to do with this one is I am going to gut it and put some scrapbook papers in it or something to do a collage book or something. And I'm going to do this on a video, or I'm going to show a button enclosure. And I think this will be the perfect little thin little book to do that with. So, and then I could also alter a book because I have many books to alter. So that is also going to be a video here pretty soon. I'm going to show you how I start my books to alter. This is a book that I got at IKEA not too long ago. It's a little bit, let me move these guys out of the way. It's a different size. It's a European size, but it's pretty much like a composition book, and the pages are a little bit sturdier and they are blank. So I was thinking that I would start with this one, but I also, when I was looking around, found this one I also got at IKEA, and this one was not a recent one. This one was a while ago, probably a year ago. And it is also, it's a nice little size, and I'm also thinking I like going smaller for this kind of thing. It's got a little less pages in it. So I am thinking I'm going to start with those 2 books. Like I said, I am going to finish this one. I am going to get in there and do some more stuff in here, and I'm going to keep it really handy so that I can grab it and put leftover paint and stuff in here so that I can fill it up, because I do like the way it's turning out. I just don't want to work with it. I don't want to fight with the pages right now. So I am going to put those 2 away for now. And now I wanted to say something about the Anything Goes book. I have some, and that is just the tip of the iceberg. For blank books, I've got the little tiny composition books. I've got the bigger notebooks. I have got probably 20 of these little notebooks to do something with. That is not to say I have plenty of the spiral bound notebooks. This is where I put my notes and things. Hey, Pop-Tart. Hello, Mitzi. I use these a lot. I have probably 5 of these going at any given time in different sizes. I lose them because I kind of try to bring them with me from room to room, and then don't remember which room I had it in last. So I've got them all over the place. And then when I'm trying to find notes, I can't figure out which notebook I wrote the note in. It's horrible. It's horrible. And then I've got these blank books. This one I got from Walmart, and it is just another blank. It's a sketchbook, ready to have something done to that. I have got a few more composition books. I've got plenty more of these little babies. I've got probably 5 of these hardbound ones. It's horrible. It's horrible. Horrible. I do not need any more books. And the thing of it is I am really no longer working in books. I enjoy working in the signatures. I like making my own signatures with my own paper. If I want the mixed media, if I want watercolor paper, or just plain paper for underneath anything, I like working in the signatures, and then they can get really fluffy. I can put all kinds of stuff in them. I don't have to worry about them getting too big and breaking the spines of my books. And then when I'm done with them, I can put them into a cover all together and all nice and tidy. So I've got all these books, and I probably will never use, I probably won't even use a quarter of them. I just don't do that anymore. So I am going to, I've got a bunch of things that I want to. Is sound low again? Is sound low? Let me know if the sound is low. I thought I had that fixed. Sound is good for you. This is just aggravating me to no end about sound and stuff. So I kind of have some stuff here. To no end about. Hello, Danina. Sound is okay, because I thought that I had fixed that problem. I thought I'd fix the problem. So I will try to talk a little louder. There's nothing worse than, wow, Janet. Hi, Janet. So I thought I'd fix the problem. Obviously, it's not fixed. All right, well, I've done everything that I can. I have changed my program settings, I've changed my computer settings, I've changed my microphone settings, I've changed everything. Everything is up to its max. So if you can't hear me, I may have to stop making videos. So is it better for you, Vicky? The sound is better? For anyone who normally comes and visits me, is the sound better than it usually is? Let me know if it is better than it usually is. This is the first time I've streamed. Boy, I threatened to stop and everybody goes crazy. Okay, hi Kathy. Wow. All right. So yeah, I have done everything I can. I finally found on my program, on my encoder program, I found that it was using a different mic, and so I fixed that. Okay. All right. All right. So I will talk into the camera here that's almost directly in front of my face. All right, so I am Gosh, now I didn't realize I had this one kind of started. So I'm thinking that I might do a little bit with something with that. I had some notes here for ideas for the Anything Goes book. And I have a habit of looking at chat. I want to look at chat, but that puts my voice in a different place. So I'm just going to carry on and hope that it's not horrible. Okay? Hope that it's not horrible. All right, so I kind of want to start working in one of these books and just glue some stuff down as I'm talking. It would be a good idea if I did that. I've got some book pages and I think I might just use this one since it's already got some stuff in it. There's our tree. I made one in here when I wasn't streaming. I came back and I used those circles that I had and made a tree in here because I liked the tree. I liked the tree. And here's my little face with my little eye. So actually, before I start doing all this stuff, I'm gonna do, oh, it's raining like crazy outside. I kind of wanted to do a little share of some of the projects that I've been working on. As you guys may know, I have been putting together some classes for a scrapbook shop near me. I have not met with the owner yet about those classes. I'm still working on samples, and they're taking a whole lot longer than I had hoped that they would, but I thought I would share a couple of what I've been working on so you have some idea of what I'm doing. I'm also working on collage packs. I tried to rip apart a book last night, and it took me, I worked on it for 2 hours and finally got it halfway ripped apart. So it's taking a little longer than I had hoped for that kind of thing as well. So these kinds of things are taking up my time. This little book is made from scrapbook paper. The base of the book is colored cardstock. And I don't know if you can hear the rain outside, but it is starting to come down. And I kind of hear thunder in the distance, so I'm going to keep my ear out for that. A little button. So the base of the book is cardstock. It's in different colored cardstock. I have a problem with white space, and I always try to cover up the white space. And then scrapbook paper, paperweight paper for pockets and such on the inside. So this is one of those pocket books like I made for my granddaughter about 6 months ago. I finished it around Christmas time, and it's got all kinds of pockets with all kinds of fun things inside. I still need to add fibers to tags and add some more tags and things. I'm adding envelopes with paper clips, and inside envelopes I am collecting all those very little bits of ephemera, those packs that we all buy because we love them, and then we're stuck with this stuff and never know what to do with it. I am putting it in these little pocket books, in little envelopes and all that good stuff, just for something to do with it. I have tons of it and never seem to use it, so I am trying to use it up. So here is some, okay, that paper clip is ruining that sticker. Here's a couple little tags and a little bit from an ephemera pack. So I've got a pocket behind the envelope, and then inside the envelope is a little miniature playing card. And we've got glare like crazy. Let me see if I can get that light out of the way just a little bit. Okay, so here's a miniature playing card that I got from the Dollar Tree. Let's see if we can do it that way. I don't want it to be too dark, but then again, I don't want everything washed out either. And these are some little things, little ephemera packs. Just like little bits. You know, you get the package of the stuff, and then you never know what to do with the whole thing. And it sits in the packs, and you never use it. So let's get the focus back down here, and let's see if we can not move it all. Here's a corner pocket. I've got some Chinese fortunes, and I'm having a terrible time with the glare. An old photo and some Smashbook little bits. Just fun stuff to put in pockets. Tim Holtz stuff. Let me put it up here. Maybe this will help. Some little cards. A cupcake monster that I got at the Dollar Tree. What am I going to do with the cupcake monster? I have no idea. Here's one of my little round ATCs that I made with fingernail polish. The stars. Remember when I went crazy with the star fingernail polish? And I have a couple bottles left to do something with. Here's a little printout. So this whole book is, the main purpose of the whole book is just to put the little bits and pieces. I found this elephant paperclip at Office Depot a couple weeks ago. Could not resist it. Isn't he cute? Got some little Coddington Ferry photos here, some tickets, a playing card in this pocket, some washi tape. Another thing that I have tons of and never seem to use is the washi tape. Belly bands with the paint chip in it. Another little card and a word from ephemera pack. Some game pieces. This one came from Whoville, Monopoly, Whoville something. And I thought it was cute, so I just put the little cards in there. And here is another printout, and I did double that up so that there's something on both sides. Here is one of my little sheepies, one of my paper critters. You see him? Okay, focus. Thank you. So that's my little sheepy with a little tail in the back. Goes in that pocket. Here's another little clip that I got at Tuesday Morning not too long ago. And I love these little clips, but you never have a reason to use them. So this whole book is a reason to use this stuff. Here's one of my faces as an ATC. Little kitty cats. Another envelope with some old photos in it. Not glassine, but vellum envelope. I bought a vellum paper, made the envelope out of the vellum paper, and then put one of my photographs in there. This is one of my very own photographs. So the whole idea for the book is a reason to use stuff. It's a pocket, a book of pockets. Here is a Valentine that I got on sale after Valentine's Day. Thought it was really cute. He's one of those three-dimensional thingies. And this pocket, oh, this is just a piece of paper that comes down. And then this paper clip I got at Hobby Lobby. Isn't that the cutest thing? It's a bicycle. Had to use it. And in this pocket is again some of that printout and some of that ephemera from Tim Holtz. He does a lot of that stuff. So I really liked the paper clip. Here's a bag with more things in it, some more of the ephemera, and a tag that needs a little bit of yarn or fibers on it. Get those back in there. An envelope with some little paper dolls. And another, this is one of those cards. I don't remember exactly where I got that, but you know, it comes with the paper packs. Some of them are double-sided, and you've got all those little tags and things to cut apart, and then, you know, what do you use them for? I'm putting everything in here. Here's one of those little miniature bags, and inside that I've got butterfly stickers, some butterfly stickers, that kind of thing. Put them back in here or I lose them. Another piece of a paper, a pad of paper, one of those that I cut apart. You know, what do you do with it? Paper clip it on. And here's another piece of just plain paper. I probably will glue something on there or write something, or you know, whatever it is for. And another paper clip to clip all that to there and keep that piece of paper closed. So that's my book of pockets, and that will be, I'm hoping, I'm doing quite a few different class ideas so that the owner has some choices. Hopefully she'll find something that she likes and will want me to teach there. But I have yet to find out. I have yet to do that part. And I keep coming up with new things. I've got 10 different things here at the moment. Some of it you've seen, the sticker book and some of those kinds of things you've seen. So that is one. And another one that I've been working on here lately, and I meant to grab the example so you know what I'm talking about. This is, I've done a video on it. This is the video hop. Remember the video hop with the pocket pages made from scrapbook paper with the rubber bands in the candy box. So, and that's all it is a pocket page made from a 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, and it's got pockets here, and so it's got 4 pockets, and then it's got the pocket on the inside. Okay, so that's what the whole book is. Well, this one I did with some fancy papers. The cover is one of those flocked ones. It's really stiff. I did do the easy twine binding on here, and I used some rayon ribbon so that I could bring those pieces, those signatures back out again. And inside, like I said, it's really stiff. Inside are the pocket pages with the piece of ribbon holding it in, and I am making tags and putting ephemera, Tim Holtz ephemera again, into the pockets. So I've been busy making tags and cutting apart scrapbook paper bits. I have 2 pages full, or maybe 4 pages full of little bits that you can cut apart to add with your projects. And I'm making tags to put in here. So this has taken up quite a bit of time trying to get tags done, trying to get, here's just a piece of book page with a cute little paper clip and a stamp So I'm just trying to find things to put inside the pockets of this book so it doesn't look so empty. Here's one of my printouts. It's one of my great-grandmother's postcards that I reproduced. I scanned and printed out and put it in there. More Tim Holtz ephemera, just that kind of thing. Here's a little tag that I made with a file folder and a piece of napkin. Okay, here we go. So, and it takes a lot longer to fill these pockets than you would think. Even when I'm cheating and just putting pieces of ephemera in the pockets, I have got a lot of pockets. I've got 30 pockets to have something in. So it's taking up more time than I care to. Yeah, I'm just gonna make some tags real fast, and then 5 hours later I've got 2 tags done. So it's just taking a lot of time. I've used some embossed papers, some double-sided papers, some handmade papers, and all that good stuff. And so I have been busy trying to fill this up with stuff so it doesn't look empty, because you can't have a pocketbook in a picture with empty pockets. It needs to have something in it, or it looks kind of odd. So this has taken up a lot of time this last week, a lot of time. But I'm almost there. So I've got to put some fibers on some tags, and that will make it a little bit more fluffy if it has more tags and stuff on the, or more fibers on. Thanks, Vicki. More fibers up in here to make it a little more fancy looking, but that is one of the things that I have been wasting my time with. So, and I also have the pockets on inside the cover as well. I don't know if I would ever want, there goes some lightning, to do another book with these kind of papers and this kind of a cover. It was extremely difficult. It took me a very long time to get it to work correctly. So I don't know if I would ever do this one again. I will definitely do just the regular pocket. So I think I need to make one with just regular paper, maybe some I got some two-sided paper. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Ruth. Did I say hi to you, Janet? Hi, Patricia. So, but this will take me no time at all. Just the cover probably will take some time. So that's what I have been working on. I have kind of been AWOL here lately. I've been working a lot with trying to get these projects done so I can get the photographs done, so I can talk to the owner of the shop, and I've been trying to get some collage packs put together, you know, papers and books pulled apart and things put together that way. It's just, it's taken a lot more time than I had hoped. So now to get back to, I had one more thing. Okay. One more thing I want to show you. I found a book, I found some books at the Dollar Tree, and this is driving me crazy, okay? I found this book. Love this book. Dollar Tree. Love it, love it, love it, okay? And the reason I loved it so much when I thumbed through it, I was looking for books to alter, and this book is pretty much a I love the illustrations. It's pretty much a collage book already. I went nuts and I just love it. The story is a little strange, but I just loved all the illustrations and all that good stuff. So I went nuts. Loved it, loved it, loved it. During my travels in the last couple of weeks, while I am working on my projects, hi Linda, on the little black book, there is not a tutorial on that one. I don't know if I will be doing a tutorial on this one. I will do something that's similar to that, but the pages for this are the pocket pages, and that is the Inspiration Conspiracy video hop that I did a year and a half ago. And those pages are these pages. There is a video. It's a really short video, and it will show you exactly how to make those pages, and you can put them in any book that you want to put them in. Okay? So while I was working on projects, what I do is I get up on YouTube and I start with a video, and you know how it automatically suggests, or it starts a new video when that video is finished, and it just keeps rotating itself over and over and over again. I usually have paint and glue, and I'm trying to get stuff done, so I can't usually touch the computer to choose what I'm watching if it's a short video. So you hear the thunder, Vicky? Really? Uh-oh, it's getting close. So as I was working on my projects, and I want to say it wasn't this past week, it was the week before, I came across a video that somebody was showing this book, and I don't know who it was, but they also showed two others that they got at the Dollar Tree. So I went in search of these books, and I found the two more, and this one is a lot of old pictures. I don't really like the story very much. It's called Apocalypse. I can't even say the word. And it's all about this guy who's getting ready for the end of the world and how to get ready for the end of the world. So the story is not my favorite, but I just love the illustrations in it. And I probably will alter this book. And then this one also from the same publisher, not the same authors. These are all three different authors. This one is a field guide to the North American family, and this one has a bunch of pictures in it with a bunch of stuff. So, okay, so how did that get stuck there? All right, so it's got a bunch of pictures, and I love the illustrations and on everything that's in it. These would be great books for glue books or whatever. So here's my thing. I saw this person, they had 3 books, but I swear there was a different book. I'm wondering if there's more than the 3 books. I'm wondering because so I've been trying to flip through, videos trying to find that video. I don't know who it was. I don't know. I think I was looking in junk journals when I started. I have tried to start the videos again to see where they take me, to see if I can get back to the same video. I've not come across the video. I have looked and looked and looked for this video showing these Dollar Tree books. I think that there is at least a 4th book out there, because she flipped through one of these books and the illustrations were fabulous, but they don't remind me of the ones that are in here. I know it wasn't this one. This one is my favorite one so far. I love this one. And she did have this one, but the other two are, I just don't know. Go to my YouTube history, it'll show all the videos. Do you know how many videos that I've watched? I tried doing that, and I went back through my history as far as I could, and it wasn't there. I can go through the history on Google. I will try that again. Okay, I'll try that again. But I have been watching hundreds of videos looking for this video. Hundreds. So I will try that again. But if anybody can help me out, if you know of anybody that has shown these books, let me know who it was. And maybe if more people are looking out for this video, she showed 3 of these Dollar Tree books, and she flipped through them pretty quickly, and then she went on to a different project. Okay. Good night, Victor. You have a wonderful evening. Okay, so anyway, and to finish that off, these are really cool. Dollar Tree. I did get these 2 this weekend. I found 2 more. So I have actually, and I grabbed a bunch of them. So I've actually got 2 of each of these books, and I'm gonna have to do something with them. I'm not sure exactly what to do with them yet, but I did grab the extra ones that I had found, and I was looking for another one. It looked exactly the same. I mean, it was the same kind of thing. MBP Publishers. And I did try to Google that, and that is Mark Batty Publishers, and tried to find all the books that this publisher has done, and they didn't show their books. I couldn't find anything. I saw this one, but I couldn't find the other one. So I've been trying like crazy to see if I could find those other books. But anyway, if anybody can help me out finding the other book, I have a feeling that there is at least a 4th book out there that's really cool, kind of like this. So just wanted to put that out there in case anybody knew what I was talking about. Those are really, really, I really like the books. They're really kind of cool. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with them. I might just keep them. Hi, Kay. You saw the 3-line novels. I have found that one. This is my favorite one. It's called 3-line novels. This is the first one I found. I found this one a month ago, and I did come across quite a few of these at the Dollar Tree. They still had quite a few of them, and I could probably grab quite a few more if I had any idea what to do with them. But yeah, this one is still available at the Dollar Tree from what I can tell, and I bet hello, beloved. I hadn't thought about messaging him on Facebook. I did see the Facebook page, but anyway, I recommend it. I mean, it's really a cool book. for $1, it would be a whole lot of fun to do collaging in or anything. I mean, it would be a great start to a journal. It would be a great start for an anything goes book. I do, Carrie. Vicki can tell you more about it if you would like to ask Vicki about that. I do have a Facebook group. Hi, Cat Hand. I do have a Facebook group. It is a closed group. You have to ask for you have to ask to join the group. It is called Art Experiments. It is for people from YouTube and from Facebook that want to share some of their projects with others. It's a great place to show your projects. Show me what you've been up to, what kind of twists you put on things. I am going to just glue a little bit of stuff in here while I talk. I would like to talk a little bit about the Anything Goes book, and it's almost been an hour already. Amazon, it was $12. No, go to Dollar Tree. I bet there are still quite a few copies of that book at Dollar Tree in various places throughout the United States. Please, please try the Dollar Tree first for $1. $1 is much better than $12. Can't believe it. Well, that's pretty cool. Don't remember. Oh, I remember doing this. This is where I found the foam from Dollar Tree, and I was testing out the foam. Look how cool that turned out. That was all the packages of foam that I found at the Dollar Tree. And this is all those pieces of foam put together. Oh, you don't have a Dollar Tree in Utah? That's horrible. Dollar Tree is the best. So I like that. That's pretty cool. Let's get the focus back. You finally found that foam? It's funny how different Dollar Trees get stuff at different times. There we go. Here we go. It is very funny. I am just going to glue some stuff in here, maybe add some paint, and just have a relaxing time. Yeah, I can't imagine not having a Dollar Tree, because I like the Dollar Tree quite a bit. I really, really do. It is one of my favorite places to go, because it's really, really cheap, and they do have some really great stuff. So I did want to talk about the Anything Goes book. For those people that are working in the Anything Goes book, you need the list of things that we were doing. I'm still working on that. I really need to get my other projects done first before I do things for myself. So I've not had a chance to really do a whole lot in it. So all I am doing today, I'm just going to glue some things in. So the Anything Goes book, my concept for the Anything Goes book is for people that are beginning to do the art journaling, people that have been disappointed in the past with pages in their art journals that just don't seem to like. I started doing art journaling and started liking my art journals about, it was a couple years ago. It was 2 years ago. 2.5 years ago, where I started doing my version of an art journal. And part of my problem when it comes to art journaling is the fact that I see so many people doing their art journals, and they were so cool and so neat, and I would start to do something and I would compare myself to them, and mine definitely was not as neat and cool and fun as other people's. And I finally started doing, I did a junk journal, and I probably should have grabbed it to show you. I have not finished this art journal yet, but I did some signatures, and I started working in the signatures, just messing around and learning how to play. So that helped me a lot when I got out of my head what I thought the finished page should look like. That was my number one thing in my head, trying to make a page that looked like something in my head. When I finally stopped trying to do that, I really started enjoying the process of art journaling. And that is what art journaling and doing all this mixed media, doing the pages and doing the ATCs, whatever it is that you do, if you enjoy the process, you will see it in the finished work. It's all about letting go and just enjoying what you're doing. It shows. It really shows a lot. So that's all. That's what I have to say about art journaling and doing things for your very own self. And the Anything Goes book is a place that you can learn how to play, learn how to enjoy the process. And I know you all have heard that many times before, art journaling is not about a pretty finished page. It's just not. But how many of us really believe that? I don't think very many of us believe it, really. Not really. We all want the finished page to be really pretty, and that's it. We want the finished page to be perfect. We want it to be really neat, and we want to be able to show it to everyone. And art journaling and mixed media is really about, hi Nexie, is really about enjoying the process of just playing, working with stuff, creating something, and having fun doing it. I think a lot of us have lost that idea of, that would be a great piece of paper to do a little something on. So I'm going to leave that over here. I'm going to put some stencil or something on it. Some painted paper. I distracted myself. I was in the middle of a thought, and I never did finish that thought. Thank you, Kat. You are so funny. Preach it, Carla. Preach it. Yes. Art journaling is not about the finished page. It's not. And so many of us, and I am guilty of it as much as the next person, I want my pages to be pretty. I want my pages to be something I can show. And this is probably upside down. I don't speak Japanese, so I guess I wouldn't know better, but it probably is upside down. Oh well. I'm not going to worry about it. I am a terrible perfectionist. Oh, my book is cracking. Look at that. It's cracking big time. And I hadn't noticed that before. So now I'm kind of afraid to use it. There's one thing about your pages being ugly, but there's another problem if your book is falling apart. I'm just going to continue working in it for now, and maybe I can put some glue in there and put it back together. It looks like the spine is coming off. That's interesting. Very interesting. The more stuff I put in here too, the more it's going to crack. Anyway, masking tape. I think, yeah, the more I play with it, the more it's coming apart. I just put some glue in there and let it set overnight, I think, and then I can put a piece of paper over the crack. Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it. This is an Anything Goes book, and the reason for an Anything Goes book is this is a place to learn how to play, to give yourself permission to mess it up, to make mud, to spell words incorrectly, to do all of those things that you're afraid that you're going to ruin your book with. And I'm actually thinking that I might make some signatures so I don't have to worry about working in a book and cracking the spine. But that's going to come later, I think. That is a very old book page. It didn't rip. It just kind of fell apart there. So my concept of an Anything Goes book is a safe place for people, anyone. It could be somebody that's a beginner, or it could be someone that has been doing art journaling for a very long time. There's many purposes for an Anything Goes book. If you are a beginner, it is a great place to try something out. Just a place where, if you have never used watercolors before, it's a place to do a little bit of, put some color down and see what happens. See if you like it. If you don't like something, you can cover it up again. It's a place to learn about, not only techniques, but media and something that you have. Do you have, I'm sure most people do you have something that you bought, some kind of pencils or pens or paints or watercolor crayons or a stencil or something? Do you have something that you bought, you may have tried to use once, it didn't go exactly like you wanted it to go, and you never used it again? This is the place to figure out how to use stuff. It's no big deal if it doesn't turn out. It's no big deal if it's ugly. No one else has to see it. This is a place to work out all those things. Is there a technique that you wanted to try? Get a little piece of book page over here and try that technique out. And then you'll have a place to write down some ideas. You'll have a place to practice. If you do something like I was playing with the Inca Golds a couple weeks ago, I had never, well, I didn't really spend a lot of time with the Inca Golds when I had them. So I had a great time just experimenting with them and just seeing what I could do with them and what they would look like when they were dry and what kinds of things, were they blendable, and, just experimenting with them. I had the best time. Any of you that were here when I was playing with the Inka Golds. I had a wonderful time just playing with those Inka Golds. The greatest time. And it was fun. And I came up with some really interesting pages, and I came up with some pages that were not so interesting. But even so, it was a lot of fun to play with. I've got some German text here, and I'm just trying to figure out what side I like the looks of best. I have no idea what it says, but I think I like this side. So I've got some book pages. Okay, so talking about all of these things. This is an anything goes book, okay? There are no rules. It does not have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be done, you know, page by page by page. You can skip around. You can see me skipping around and doing a little bit here and a little bit of there. And there's no rules. You can do anything you want to do with it. It is a safe place for you to do whatever it is you want to do and have no one tell you that you are doing something wrong or maybe you should do something different. I'm going to stencil a little bit on this piece of paper, and I'm going to glue it in. It's a good place to practice stuff. Are you a horrible stenciler? I'm a horrible stamper. I always, let me move this down here a little bit so I can get to it. I always seem to stamp things and it's never a good stamping. I need more practice for stamping. And so I'm going to take this book and I'm going to practice stamping. I'm going to try some different things. I can do it with different inks, all that kind of stuff. This is my book. I don't have to show it to anybody. I can spell things wrong. I can scribble in here, and I can do anything I want to have fun, to enjoy the process, to look at later for inspiration. I mean, it's limitless what this book can do. And so I did want to talk a little bit about this book, and let me get these numbers stenciled in here pretty good because I like the numbers. Sorry, I got distracted there with the numbers. In fact, I think I'm going to stencil on top of that. I am going to stencil some other numbers. Just all over the place. Just because I can. I don't know. So this is a good place to write down ideas for things that you want to try. It's a good place to practice things that you want to try that you're afraid to do any place else. It's a good place to practice doodling. I am not the best doodler, but I think maybe if I practiced a little bit, I would be better. Here, it's kind of messy, but it's different. And I'm going to glue that in. So, hello, Yvonne. It could be a glue book. It's a place for you to discover what you enjoy doing. And it's a place for you to continue doing whatever it is that you enjoy. That's what art journaling is all about. Enjoying the process of whatever it is that you enjoy doing. It could be stamping or stenciling or painting or zen doodling or gluing, collaging, all that stuff. Hello, Carla. It is very interesting. I hardly ever find another Carla, especially one with a K. So, Carla to Carla, hello. Hello, hello. It's and I think I've heard Shelley mention you before, and it throws me because I think she's talking about me. Hello, Marcy. The first time I heard her say your name in a video, and I thought I wasn't there, so well, who's she talking to? Threw me for a long, long time. So I've got some magazine pictures and stuff in here too. So now I'm getting back to this Anything Goes journal. So it's a fun place for you. It's a safe place for people. It's a place to warm up for your art journal. If you've got a very special art journal and you want to get in the groove, this is a good place to start doing a little bit of something and seeing where that it takes you. I need to change this page. I got too much glue on that one. So I do have a list of things that you can start doing in your Anything Goes journal. Everyone will do something different. Everybody has different likes and interests, and they have different stuff. Don't go out and buy anything just to because somebody else has it. I mean, use the stuff you've got. I am all about using stuff that you already have. I am in the need to use it up mode. Really, really, really. Trying to see what I think I like that, what it says on that side better. Just a little bit better. I'm going to layer that. It's a good place to practice collage and sketching and all that good stuff. You are going to do a glue book in a phone book. That sounds interesting. So I picked out a few magazine pictures that I would like to do some stuff with, and I am just going to put magazine pictures in. So the list of stuff to put in to try for your Anything Goes book. Anything goes. Anything goes. But if you're having a hard time, if you're a beginner with mixed media, it can be overwhelming. It can be very overwhelming. And you might need some place to start, some ideas. I've got a couple ideas. I am starting, as you can tell, I am starting Oh, I'm glad, Crafty, that you are enjoying this. And I do hope that when you're watching these streams, I do long streams. Hi, Dorothy. I do long streams mainly because I myself enjoy long streams. When I am working in a glue book or just trying to relax, I like to put on a long video and just kind of art along with the video. So I like to have long videos so that I've got glue on my hands. I don't have to touch the computer to find something else to listen to. I enjoy people. Some people I enjoy more than others. So I put on their videos and I start crafting along. Like Shelley says, it's a craft along. I like that idea. I like the idea of, you know, you guys can stop chatting, except I wouldn't know if I was still streaming or not. So say hi every once in a while. But I like the idea of having people in my stream crafting along with me. I feel like I'm not so alone, that I've got my best friends sitting here with me, and we're all just giggling along, and we're just having a grand time and enjoying each other, and we're working together in our own separate spaces. I like that idea, and I am covering up the words that were on that advertisement with some book pages. So now I've got some images in here, and it feels like my own, you know what I mean? I don't have to look at all those advertisements, and that's the reason that I do like to leave some advertisements with the words in there, and that makes me put something over that. So it kind of breaks up my collage a little bit, and I don't always put something in the same exact place every time. When I'm trying to cover something that's already there, it gives me a reason to put something in a new spot. So let me see here. Let me put that on there. And these are just some random magazine, travel brochure, catalog images. Could be any one of the three. I've got plenty of all of those. And I do use a cotton t-shirt to make sure that there's no air bubbles underneath my magazine images, to make sure that there's no wrinkles in the image, and to make sure that the glue is actually connecting that magazine image to the paper underneath it, so it will stay a lot longer. I recommend a piece of old t-shirt or something like that to rub down your images. So I do want to cover that up. So what have I got here to cover that up? I've got some book pages. Maybe I can find some interesting text. I don't want to spend time looking for text. So I just ripped that little bit up, and I'm going to cover up that advertising right there because I don't want to look at the advertising. But I do like her. I do like, she's very relaxed. Very relaxed. Hi, Carla. Hi, Betty and Grace. Got quite a few people here today. You're excited, Carrie? Excited? Sorry, I've not been keeping up with chat. I've been trying to keep my mind focused and trying to explain this Anything Goes book. You understand the Carla thing. Oh, my best friend in high school, her older sister was Carla, with a K. So, I mean, I have come across a few of them in my lifetime, but not a lot. I could probably 5. Most Carlas that I come across are with a C. No circles? Well, the day isn't over yet, Linda. I may put circles in here still. I'm just kind of gluing. I'm having a relaxing day today. I'm trying to kind of de-stress from all the project making and I need to get this done mentality that I've been having. Hi, great. I love circles. I'm going to put some circles in, but I want to put some images in first. Just some random images. I'm just relaxing today. Even though I am preaching like Kat said, like preaching like crazy, I am just trying to relax and have some quiet time. That needs to be ripped a little bit on that side. It's a little too wide, and I ripped it really weird. I needed the straight edge to get that ripped well, and that did not work so well. Oh well. Let's get the raggedy edges off. And I should use my metal ruler for that. Because it works a lot better for ripped edges. I kind of like that. I'm going to put that in that corner. In that corner. You like the moon picture? I like the moon picture too. So, Susan says, you just bought the circle stamp on eBay. The famous circle stamp? The famous one? Did you find one? Every time you think of circles, you think of me. Oh dear. I've scarred you all. It's a sad, sad state of affairs here. And I've got some bits of word here that I'm not like. The circle stamp? You found the circle stamp? The exact same one? The metal rulers are wonderful. I love metal rulers for tearing bits. The trick for metal rulers is you want to put the smaller part underneath the ruler so you have more to grab onto as you tear, and then the little tiny part is left underneath the ruler. Just like that. And I'm going to rip off some of that side too. Just like that. So you found one. Are they making them again, or you found someone who didn't want it? That can't be. Who wouldn't want this stamp? Who's crazy enough to get rid of this stamp? Have you used it yet? Have you got it? I want to see. You're stamping with it now? Am I going to see it in the group later? Nothing in your house has a lid because you use them all for circle stamps. I understand that. Oh, so you're using it now? Oh, how great. Now it makes me want to use the circle stamp on something. Let's see here. Let's go to this page. I am going to use some of these guys. Who was it in the group that bought some stamp pads at Tuesday morning and said that they never dried? Was that somebody that's here today? because these I got Tuesday morning, and these do not dry. I used some of these on a postcard some months ago and went back 3 weeks later to do some embossing on top, and the pigment had never dried. You're covered in ink. You were the one, Susan, that found the ink? The circles, yes. This is the famous circle stamp that we all love and adore. It is the coolest ever. Coolest ever. Do you feel better now that I've done circles? You guys are crazy. You guys make me laugh. Okay. Is that enough circles? Is that enough? You guys, you just make me laugh. I know, circles relax me. I'm gonna clean off the stamp here on this under paper. You guys make me laugh, 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 laugh. Really, really, you make me laugh. So I dried this ink, and it was this ink. I got this ink at Tuesday morning. I dried it with a heat gun. I let it dry for weeks. It had to have been 3 weeks. I went back and tried to do some embossing, and the ink was still wet, and it kept clinging to the embossing powder. The embossing powder kept clinging to it, and I could not believe it. It just never dries. And so here's my experiment with this ink to see if it will actually dry. And I do not have any of those postcards. I think I sent them away. So I've got this interesting little piece of paper now to put someplace else. In fact, I am not done with circles yet. You got me started with circles. I was doing other stuff. I was happy enough to do other stuff. And now here I am with circles. I'm going to use the purple, and I'm going to use my washers. I do circles in so many different ways, don't I? I'm a crazy circle lady. So this is going to, I can see that it's not drying really well, really fast. And I'm afraid it's going to smudge, but I guess that's okay. So someone Carlotta. The point is, Vicky, the point is the audience is happy with the circles. I cannot do a stream without doing circles. Is that what you guys are trying to tell me? That I have to do circles every time? Is that the deal? Every time I have to do circles? Here, I'm going to use up the rest of this ink. In there. I have to do it every single time, and that seems like it's still pretty messed up with ink, so I'm gonna wash it off. Yes, I have to do circles every single time, pretty much. You guys are crazy. It wouldn't be a Carla stream without circles. Okay, I'm getting it. I'm beginning to understand. I'm beginning to understand. I am going to take one of these book pages and blot these circles because I can still see they're pretty shiny. Not that it matters if they smudge, but that's what I'm going to do. I have to do circles. All right, so there's my circle page. Okay. Oh, okay, I get it. I'm getting it. You know, I can be blonde and not understand here for a while, but I'm beginning to understand that you guys demand that I make circles. I'm gonna glue this piece of paper in because it's pretty cool too. Just putting it in here somewhere. Can I go back to gluing in my bits and pieces now? Crazy people. You guys have been watching me too long. Been watching the crazy lady too long. The one made from Fun Foam, I've got a couple of those. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find them. Here's the washer one. Here's another washer one. Here's one that I did with the Fun Foam. It's the circles. I do have a video on how to make a circle stamp all your own. Here's another one. Here's one that it was glued onto something and it came off. I don't know what it was glued onto, but it needs to be re-glued. Here is the the sink strainer that makes really good circles. We'll use that. Yeah, I've got a number of the homemade circle stamps here. There are different sizes. I've got some smaller ones. This one's kind of cattywampus. Here's one on a lid. I like this one. I'll use that one. Yeah, I've got quite a few of them. Here's another one. This one's got quite a few little lines on it. Of course, it doesn't want to focus. Doesn't want to focus. All right. So, yes, I've got quite a few that I have made. One or two. Let me cover up my glue. And let me see here. What is a good ink to use? I'm going to baby wipe some of the black off of it. I love the ink strainer too. Let's put some of the homemade circles on this one. See how it turns out. And the trick with these lids is you've got to press down the center of them or they don't make contact with the paper. But they make circles too. That one didn't do so well because I was over the seam of the book. Hello, Linda. We got quite a few Lindas, so I like that. It's a weird purple, but it's still kind of interesting. And I've got another purple that I'm going to use Actually, let me clean off this stamp since it's got ink on it. Just like that. And let me use this Concord grape. It's really a purple. I'm going to use the dish strainer and a makeup sponge. Because I have a lot of fun with this little baby. This little thing came from England. All the little dish drainers that or the sink drainers that I had come across had a button in the center and I couldn't get it to get to the paper. So this one came from Yvonne in England. She sent a whole package, 2 strainers and a bigger strainer. And I do enjoy them. I do enjoy the strainer. I have a video on how I did the circle stamps. I use the children's fun foam and I use the thin stuff. It's really, really thin. I have a video showing how I made that, and I guess I should have, I think it was on a stream, and I guess I should have a video just on that circle stamp because I get questions about that stamp the most. I will show it really fast, but I guess I will make a video here this week because I can do that pretty quickly. Just so that there is a video out there just on this circle stamp. And I'm going to leave that as it is because that seems like enough circles to me. How do I make the circle stamp? I will do one very quickly. I will do another one. I got the fun foam. And obviously I've made quite a few of these circle stamps because all these circles, I am sure, that are cut out of here are stamps somewhere in the world. I have sent them out different places. This pack I did get, I believe at Walmart, 32 pieces. It's really, really thin. All right, so I'm going to make a small one just to make one. I have my circle stencil thingy. I've got a few of these, but this one has enough different sizes that I can use it. And I just use a big pen. Where's my big pen? It was here. Here it is. I use just a big pen, just a normal big pen. Any pen will work. I like the ballpoint pens for this because they seem to work the very best. And I am looking for a circle that will take up most of that space right there. So I am drawing around and I am making a circle. Okay? And then I go and take another circle and I decide how big I want the circle inside. And I just draw around my circle. When you are drawing into this fun foam, you are indenting the fun foam just enough so that the ink won't touch it. And I am going to double that up so that that indent part is a little larger. And I'm going to make another circle right there. I go around a few times and draw into it just so I know that that foam is well indented. And I want a double circle there, so I am looking, and you can see that I'm just, let's see, come on, that I am just indenting that foam enough so that the stuff that you're not writing on is poking up a little bit, and the stuff that you have written on is indented, so it's not going to catch the ink. And I'm just going to indent the whole middle part of it. So then what I do is I cut around that circle. Try to make it kind of carefully. And I usually glue the circle on a lid of some sort just so I can handle the circle a little bit better while I'm stamping it, because it's really hard to handle this little thin piece of foam if it's not attached to something. And having it on a lid or something, a piece of cardboard or a piece of plastic, will help to get the ink on it. Let me use my black. And what I mean by that is you're pressing down, and usually only where your fingers go is where that ink is going to go. So if you have if you have it on a hard surface of some sort, you can press the whole thing down equally and get a nice amount of ink on the foam. And then here, we'll just put it on this one, since that's where it opened. And then you want to press it down so that it makes an impression. It is very easy. It is very inexpensive. I have done many different kinds of foam shapes on pieces of cardboard to make different kinds of stamps. I have quite a few different ones. This is one of my leaves, and it needs to go on. It was glued onto something that came off its foundation. It needs to be re-glued, and I need to make more leaves because I like the leaf shape. I've got a larger one, and this one also needs to be redone because the lines have kind of gotten smunched out, but it is the same kind of thing. I've done, there's another circle one. I did little squares with, I used a paper punch to punch the holes into those. Honestly. And on this one, I used a piece of that plastic. It's actually a piece of plastic I got in junk mail. It was a junk mail for cars or something, but it was a huge, like a credit card plastic, but it was huge. So I cut it into bits so that I could glue my pieces of foam on there and have that. So since I've got the stamps out here, let's play with stamps. Let's see, I love this little leaf one that I got, and like I said, I want to do some more. I need to just make a video about the circle stamp all by itself. You have the squares with the circles inside of them. I love them. I love that they are different, that no one else has the exact one that I've got. I like knowing that it was my own little bit, and I have fun with them. I do. I don't use them enough. I should use them a little bit more. I tried to post the link. The YouTube doesn't take links, Vicky. Is it a video all by itself, or is it has a bunch of stuff to it? I'm just going to redo the video again because it is worth revisiting. I do believe the video is called Homemade Stamps, and I think I have got another one that's called More Homemade Stamps. The whole concept of making the stamps is in those two videos. If not, there might even be a third one out there. And I know I did it on a live stream at one point. So you copied. That is perfectly fine, Linda. That is why I show things like that, so people can see something that they like and try it out for themselves. That is absolutely wonderful. I would love to see it. Are you part of the Art Experiments group? I'd love to see some of your stamps, guys. I've got ink all over myself. So that is just one of those things. You can also use these stamps. We should go to a different page. And I'll use the one that Linda likes. The squares with the circles in them. So I like that one too. It's kind of like a 9-patch or something. I don't know what it is, but I do enjoy my own homemade stamps. There's something kind of nice about that kind of thing. So to get back to the Anything Goes book, if you want to start your very own Anything Goes book for yourself, for a safe place to try things out, I would suggest, I do have a list of things to do in the Anything Goes book. I had the list here. Of course, now I can't find it. Here it is. We were supposed to be doing mark making today, and we didn't get that far. But and I could show you the other book that we worked in, but just to make a vocal list of some of these things, let me put some of these back. And this one's another one that I enjoy too. And I've got a piece of tape on here so that I can pick the piece of cardboard up again without getting my little fingers smudged everywhere. And it's easy when you're hanging onto the piece of tape to be able to just stamp away. And we got a crazy page going here. So if you're trying your very own Anything Goes book, it's really hard for beginners to start something with all that blank page staring at you, staring you down. It's really hard to know where to start, and I would start by just gluing some book pages in, some bits of book page, some text of some sort, maybe junk mail or whatever, and maybe gluing in some images that you find that you like, that appeal to you. If you put something on the page to start out with, sure, you can. I hate getting ink on my fingers as well, and obviously I do that a lot with these homemade stamps. Like I said, this one is a little tape handle, and all I've done is put a piece of tape on It used to go around the edges. It no longer stays there, it comes off, but it sticks enough so that I can hang on to this little bit right here as I'm stamping. It serves as a handle. I have tried to make larger bits of cardboard, taping cardboard together. As you can see, I've had problems with this stamp in particular. The cardboard smushes. It's not as firm as you would need it to be. So when you're trying to smush down the stamp, you're not getting a very good impression. I wouldn't recommend layering up the cardboard. It doesn't work for me very well. I do like putting things on lids if it's a round stamp. That gives me enough to be able to hang on to as I stamp. Or the tape handle. Any of those things would work. Well, thank you, Janet. I do like my backgrounds with my stamps. I love them. So now that I've got this out here, I am going to use a little bit of my Delusions paint that I have never used. This has never even been open. Let's have one that's already open. Let's try one that's already open. Some blue. And let's just scrape a little bit of paint in. So this is number 3. If you don't know where to start your anything book and anything goes book, and you just want to start doing something, scrape some paint in. It doesn't matter what kind of paint. It can be watercolors. It can be the Delusions paint, anything that you have, acrylics, watered down acrylics. You can brush on paint. You can use a baby wipe and put some paint on. You can use a credit card. You can do anything. Let's see, what is this? This is that weird lime green thing. That weird lime green thing. I'm going to use a new baby wipe. I'm going to put a little bit of paint on there and just wipe it on. If you've got those fancy tools, they can be used as well. Any way to get some color on there. So that is some other stuff to do. You can use your pens and do some mark making, some pencils, and let's see what this does. Do some scribbling. We'll scribble some circles. Just some circles all over the place. And this is a really sharp, fine point, and it just ripped my page a little bit, so need to be careful. So there's some circles on there just to fiddle. Just a fiddle. Don't worry about what you're doing. Hi, Goddess. Good night, great. So here are some suggestions on just playing, just doing something. It doesn't matter what you're doing at all. It doesn't matter at all. And here's some scribble writing. So glue in some magazine images, glue in some book pages or pieces of text, just random little bits of text. You can add some scraped paint, any kind of paint, any way you want. You can use your stamps, washi tape. You can use a spirograph and do spirograph in here. You can stamp with watercolors, you can scribble, you can make the crazy lady circles, You want to make one of the leaf ones? The leaf ones are cool. I need to make some more leaf ones. When I do the video, of course I'm going to start with the circle stamps. Actually, it went through on that. I wonder if that stamp pad is going bad. I wonder, or if the paper must not be very good if it's going through. Not a big deal. This is okay to be ugly. It is perfectly okay and very acceptable, and the uglier the better. You feel like you're getting somewhere if you've made ugly things. If you can get used to your ugly stuff, if you can learn to love your imperfections, that is part of the art journaling experience and joy. I was one of those perfectionists that was afraid to make any mistakes. If it wasn't a perfect stamp, it was ruined, and I had to start over, and it was all good night. Yes, it was over. I have learned to embrace the imperfection. I love the imperfections now. I love having something that's different. It's not exactly the same. I enjoy that. It makes me happy if I stencil something and it's not perfect. It makes me very, very happy. So, and I don't have any color on this, so I am gonna stencil while I talk some more. This is a good place to practice stenciling or stamping if you have problems in those areas. This is a good place just to do some of that in some backgrounds so that you can practice and get better at it. Make yourself happy. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. I've got ink on this stencil, and it is mixing with the ink that I'm putting on now. So it's not going to be the exact color I thought it was going to be, which is okay. I'm just saying, it's not what I thought it was going to be. It is definitely a muted color. Some other suggestions. I've done the ink smooshing. We did that a couple weeks ago. We tried the Inka Gold, different things to do with Inka Gold. We did try some of that, and I will show if you would like to see the old book and some of the experiments that we did. The Anything Goes book is great for if you see something in a magazine and you really want to try out that technique or try to figure out how they did it if there's no instructions. This is a great place to do those kinds of experiments so that you can put little notes next to them and say, this is what I tried, these are the colors I tried, this is the materials I used, this is not exactly what I was looking for, but for future reference, this did work or this didn't work or all that stuff. And so you have an idea of where to start for next time. See, I like that. So we're building up. Sorry, Vicky S. I think I enabled more than one person on the Inka Gold. I do apologize, but it is really good stuff. It really is cool. Linda, you too. And you're building up layers. That part of art journaling is building up layers. Put things on top of things. Watch the pages come alive. Where is it? Where is the Anything Goes book that I started with? It was here. It's got to be here somewhere. I don't see it. It couldn't have gone far. It really couldn't have gone far. More ideas for things to try. Okay. Really? I don't see it. There it is. Wow, thought I lost it. Here is the original, and I did write down in here some things to do. I wanted to play around with his face, and I still might be able to do it. Sgraffito is a great thing. Glue in magazine images, add tissue paper. Here are strips of envelopes and scrapbook paper and book pages and that kind of thing. Magazine images. And then over the top I did some watercolor crayons, and on top of that some metallic watercolors for kids, the praying ones. So that's a colorful thing to do something else on top of. This would be cool. Where did my leaf go? Did I put it away? This would be cool for some of these leaves. I need to do them in some kind of green or something, right? Trying to get some of the black off of it. Let's see here. What could I use? I need to do it now. I don't know why I impelled to make blue leaves. I am going to paint this on and see what happens. It's not perfect, but it's okay. Then I'm going to have to put some flowers on here. Are we losing people? Have I been on too long? It's getting to be about that time. I did come on early. So I want to thank everybody for being here and playing in the Anything Goes book. I am trying to get a list going for things to try in your Anything Goes book. But I do have some things I need to finish up first, and that is my priority at the moment, and then I can concentrate on playing. I look forward to the day that I don't have to worry about getting something done. I still have a couple minutes. I was just saying, you know, for those people that it's getting late for, and there some people are leaving. Anyway, that is the next step on that page anyway. And I do like the Anything Goes book. You know, I don't start from start to finish on a single page. I kind of do something here, do a little bit there, and come back to pages and do more on each page. So I'm layering things up at different times. So I don't have in my head a vision of what the page is going to end up looking like when I start it. It's a surprise. It's going to be, sorry, I'm trying to get some of the paint off of here while it's wet. It's going to be a surprise. I don't know how this page is going to end up. I don't know what's going to happen to it, how many layers is going to go on it. It might end up being a total disaster, or I might end up really, really liking it. Thank you, Margaret. Did you just show up here, Margaret? Oh, you've been having... Hi, Diana. Hi, Mary. Thank you, Marcy, for being here and playing. I'm going to see if I can get this dry just a little bit before putting the heat gun down. I did have some pieces of wax paper. Put some wax paper so I can turn the page. More things that we tried in this book, and I wrote down all this stuff. I gave myself some notes. Scrape on some color, do some ink smushing, scribble doodles, stamp with watercolor. It's ugly. This is an ugly page. This is a great place to put color combinations that you want to go back and try later. Here is, you find a technique, something that you find in a magazine that you want to try, and come up with your own way of doing it, or try to do exactly what they've done. This is the circle tree, and this is the inspiration for the circle tree. That came from a advertisement for something. I don't know what it was, but I just really thought the squares were interesting with the tree trunk on it. And so this is the tree that I did from that inspiration. Maybe next time I'll try squares to do the same kind of thing. Glue in book pages, draw circles, Zen doodle inside the circle shapes. Here's some scribble writing, and this is not real writing. It's kind of, you're thinking something and you're writing it as fast as you can, so it's not really anything that you can read, but it gives the illusion of writing. Magazine pages, I like the trolls. Spirograph, draw inside stencils. I love doing that. Here's my fly swatter. I think that's what I used for this one. And just take a pen. Let me see if I can find a black one. Where'd my Bic pen go? And just use a pen and draw inside the stencil, just for some shapes, just for some fun, something to do, something to warm up for your art journal, something to try before you put it in an art journal, to make sure that you know what you're doing, that it's going to turn out the way you want it to. This is the place for all those kinds of experiments, so you're not ruining anything special. Just like that. Draw inside stencils. I do that a lot. I don't know why. Trace your hand. That's all that is, tracing my hand. Add napkins. Here's a face, you know, I love playing with faces. Color in magazine images with markers or crayons or watercolors. Stencil, stamp. Put bits of inspiration that you want to go back, and something that inspires you, just a picture of something that makes your heart happy, that you want to see over and over again. Just put something like that inside your book so that you have some inspiration. You can flip through your book and find things that you enjoy. Use watercolors to stencil with. Here's, I spelled stencil wrong. A place to doodle. Here's one of our Inca Gold experiments. You can see the shimmer of that Inca Gold. So, oh, bending fingers, that might be an interesting, it's you, it's part of you. That would be, I would find it interesting to see the shape of your hand. I know you probably are not real happy with the whole thing, so maybe you don't want to do that, but it would be your very own hand. Here's some, this is masking tape, but you can put washi tapes in there. think there's a bunch of pages that don't have anything. I've just glued images in here, scribbled with some watercolor crayons, some other little bits. We made houses at a house. Be a kid. Be a kid again, and don't care about what anybody thinks about what you're doing. That is one of the #1 things. Is, you've heard it before, not just from me, but from other people. I don't usually say it like this, but quiet that inner critic. You do not want to tell yourself that, oh, you can't do something as well as somebody else. We're all different people. We're all at different levels. We're all learning, and none of us should look at somebody else's work and compare ourselves to somebody else. We're all going to be different. We're all going to do the same things differently. It's never going to look the same. It just kind of hurts my heart a little bit when somebody is comparing themselves to somebody else and saying, oh, mine's not that good. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. What really matters is if you had fun doing it. Who cares what it looks like? That's what I am trying to get across to everyone. It doesn't matter what it turns out like. It doesn't matter what the finished product does. The whole purpose of doing this kind of thing is to enjoy doing it. It doesn't matter if it's a puddle of mud when we get done. It does not matter. What matters is, did we have fun while we did it? That's what it's all about. Enjoying the process and just having fun. And when you start having fun doing this kind of thing, it shows. It starts to look like you had fun doing that, and it looks like you had fun, and it makes all the difference. The attitude when you're doing it makes all the difference. So the Anything Goes book is a book just for yourself. It's not a book to show, you know, what I did or whatever. It is a place for your own self-expression, to enjoy learning how to play, and just enjoying the process. It's just for yourself. It's just a warm-up practice book. So, oh, that's good to hear. Your 6-year-old granddaughter loves to make her art books and loves to do the anything books. The Anything Goes. And that's all it is be a kid again. Remember when you were a kid and you made those stupid houses? Did you care what the house looked like at the end? No, it was all about making the house, drawing the house, cutting out houses. That's all there is. Here's me scribbling with some new pens that I had. We got crayon rubbings. We've got bubble wrap experiments. We made some inchies, and then I came across this on the other side of the paper, and I couldn't throw her away, so she had to go in here too. Adding words, adding embossing, anything goes. Use letters to spell words like ransom note words. Use watercolor crayons. Use gelatos. Use your color pencils. We've got all this stuff. We've got tons and tons of stuff. Let's use our stuff. We don't need to go buy any more. I can tell you, we probably have tons of stuff, and even if we don't have a lot of stuff at home, you don't need a lot of stuff to have fun and do this kind of thing. Use what you have. Learn to enjoy what you have. My hands are really filthy. And just enjoy it. Here's stenciling with the Inca Gold, some scraping, some paint. I've got pictures randomly put in here. Here's some more doodling. I am not a good doodler. I just haven't practiced very much. I don't enjoy this one a lot, but I don't hate it either. I spent almost a whole stream doodling on this page. Hi, Lynn. Some more, just some scraped paint, some more pictures, some stenciling, some more pictures. I've got a lot of things that I can do in this book. And here is that paint that I think there's something wrong with this paint, because it dried and everything's fine, but it didn't leave very much color, and I think that it might have separated and it's gone bad. So I am getting rid of that paint, because it's just not right. So here is my experiment for myself for the day. I've got this face, and I'm going to use a little bit of tracing paper, and I am going to use my big pen, and I am going to loosely draw this face. In a funny, weird way. Just kind of going what I can see, as I'm looking at it from an angle, so it's not the best. So that's my little face. Kind of scribble her face just a little bit. And then I am going to find a piece of scrapbook paper. I should have grabbed some scrapbook paper before, but I forgot to. So let's see what I can find in here. Something. All my pieces are too small. There's one that's kind of large enough. Get this out of the way. So I am going to put that down there. I'm going to glue that over her, where's my glue? Over her face. Hi, Michelle. I'm just going to glue that over the face. Like that. I probably should have torn that straight edge, which just happened to not get enough glue on it, so it came off pretty easy. I was very lucky. And then I am gonna rip off that part of her face. I don't need all of that, and I don't need all of that. And I'm gonna glue on that part of her face. Just for giggles. Just 'cause I can. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and it's about time I actually did it. Just like that. Anything goes. it's ugly. And then I can come in here and kind of make some of those lines a little bit better. And kind of doodle on her. Because it doesn't matter what it looks like. That's all I'm getting to. It just does not matter what it looks like or what you do. It is all about having just a little bit of fun. We'll give her a dimple. We'll give her just a little dimple. So, that's all there is to it. It's just a little fun little experiment. Now I've got this in my book forever and for the next person to come across and wonder what in the world was I thinking. So it's just a place to experiment. It's a place, it's a safe place. I don't have to show this to anybody. I can just, if I didn't like the way it looked, I could hide this from the whole entire world and no one would ever know that I tried to do something weird with that poor girl's face. So thank you guys. Thank you. I'm just trying to say it doesn't have to be perfect. Just have fun with it. Don't worry about what it is in the end. Try something new. Try anything, and I will try to come up with, you know, more things like this as we work into it. This huge anything goes book, I've got plenty of spare blank pages to work in. I do want to keep working in this one. I'll work in the other one or the other two. We'll grab it every once in a while when we're looking for something to do, to relax, just to have some fun. And I'll come up with some more ideas of fun things to do. I had a whole list of just mark making, but I got sidetracked with the stamps, I think. So, this is my funny face. Poor little girl. Hello, Amberly. Oh, excuse me, I need some water. So we can have this whole book filled in not too much time, and then we would have some inspiration to go to when we're having one of those creative blocks, don't know where to start, don't know what to do. A lot of times these kinds of books will jumpstart your ideas in your head, and it gives you a warm-up. It gives you a warm-up for the next time. Thank you, Margaret. Thanks, everyone, for everything. Thanks for being here. And I understand that. Hey, Cloth Paper Me. I've seen so many new names that I haven't seen. Hi, Aunt Sandra. I see a whole lot of new names that I haven't seen before, so welcome. And I do hope to come up with some more ideas for us to try. I've got plenty of things that I've got lots of notes that I've given myself, things that I would like to try. I've had these notes for about 2 years and I just never seem to have enough time just to sit and play and do my own thing. So I think that in future streams I will be doing more of that kind of thing, experimenting on in this book with that, and you guys can experiment along with me. I would love to see some of your experiments. If you do want to join Art Experiments on the Facebook group and show some of your wonderful experiments and projects and things that you're doing, I'd love to see them. I'm sure the girls there, and I think there's some guys too, would love to be encouraged to show their own kind of thing, whatever they're doing as well. And these pages must be really thin because they are just, it's going through the other side. Not that that's any big deal, but it's interesting. So, yeah, I got sidetracked. So I do plan on doing more of working in the Anything Goes book and doing some more experiments, and I've got, like I said, a ton of things that I want to try, and I'm happy enough to do it in front of the whole wide world, and you guys, you know, can do what you want to do. You can try some of the things that I'm trying, put your own twists on stuff, and enjoy, and let's learn how to play. Let's learn how to play together, because I do have my own little issues in learning how to do something or using things, or I just discovered how to use double-sided tape. I hadn't used it before. I made a book cover with double-sided tape for the very first time. I used double-sided tape. I kind of like the stuff. I've got some that I've had for a very, very long time. I'm getting ready to use it up now that I figured out how to use it. So I'm learning as well. So that is what I'm here for. You guys can copy me all you want. Let's play together and let's learn how to enjoy our pages and not worry about it too much. I am thinking, and I'm strongly thinking, it's a probable thinking, that I will start streaming on Sundays afternoons during football season. I know there's a lot of football widows out there, and I'm thinking that I might stream on Sunday afternoons as well as Tuesdays. So I hope that maybe a few people will join me, and I'll get to a regular schedule, and we'll have maybe Anything Goes Sunday, and then the Tuesday stream be for other things. So that's, I'm thinking that I will probably be streaming on Sundays during football season. I'm not a big football fan. I would rather be doing anything else than watch football. So it is very probable that I will do that. Oh, Vicky, there's people that like their football too. Sorry, but for those of you that would rather be doing something else, I am not a football fan. I could do without football. Sorry for those people that do like it. I am not a big football fan. So anyway, I hope we had some fun, and I hope this recording turns out okay, and that that the sound was all right and better, hopefully a little bit better. And I'm kind of looking forward to doing some more in this book. It's kind of turning out fun, even though it's cracking in the back. I'll have to fix that. Oh, it came completely off now. Wow. I might just leave it that way for a while. That's interesting. Me working in the book has made it crack. Very, very interesting. I might have to fix that. You can watch football and stream at the same time. You can listen to me during commercials, I suppose, or just mute me and watch the football and watch me. I don't know. You don't have to be there at all. I'm just putting that out there. So thank you, everyone, and thank you if you couldn't be to the live stream. Thank you so much for watching the recording. I will be streaming live on YouTube for the time being. My internet does not like Ustream, so I am live streaming on YouTube at 2 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesdays, and I will give you guys a more more times for a Sunday as it comes up. I may try next Sunday. Next Sunday, maybe around noon or 1 o'clock, I may sneak on, and you know I never can sneak on because you guys find me, but I may start to get the Sunday ball rolling this coming Sunday. Okay? So thanks everyone for being here. Thanks for watching.